Greetings everyone, this is Shah Khan, and in this lesson we're going to learn about Nmap or network mapper. Nmap is basically a network security tool that can be used for scanning ports and detecting hosts on a network. This tool is pre-installed in Kali Linux and some other operating systems. As you can see here, these are some of its features, you can say. This tool is pre-installed in Kali Linux, the one I'm using right now. And we can get this tool here, nmap.org/download.html. It's a free tool and we can get it here. It's also available for Windows and Linux. Using this tool, we can identify hosts and computers on a network. We can identify open ports. We can identify the operating system, services running, and some other stuff. This is a really advanced tool that plays an important role when performing a penetration test. In the next lesson, we will learn about it more. Greetings everyone, this is Shah Khan, and in this lesson we're going to talk about port scanning with Nmap. As I told in my previous lecture, Nmap is a tool for network penetration test. So let me fire up Nmap against the target chartestlab.com. So on a default scan, what it does is it actually scans 1000 ports and checks if the host is alive. Here you can see the host we are testing, its IP address, status, and the closed ports. These ports are open and these are the services: port 80, 443, 8080, and the scan time. This is a normal request. Now suppose I want to test only a single port 8080. I use the argument -p. This indicates that scan this port. If you only want to scan a single port, we have to enter here and then we have to enter the target. This will scan the port 80 only. You can also use a range, like if you use like this, it will scan from port 80 to 100, and if we use a comma, it will scan port 80 and port 100. As you can see this, it's closed. If you only want to see the open ports, we use -open. This will only show us the open ports. If you want to scan top 50 ports, we use this -top ports. This will scan the top 50 ports on the showertestlab.com. You can use the 100. So just like that. If we use the minus word, minus here, or 6, this will scan every port. We can also use the minus here. This actually means scan all ports. This will scan all these 5 ports. As you can see here, so these ports were open. So that's the normal port scanning. So in the next lesson we will learn about service detection using Nmap. Greetings everyone, this is Shah Khan, and in this lesson we're going to talk about service detection using Nmap. In our previous lesson we learned how to perform a normal port scan against a target. In this lesson we will detect services using port scanning. This was a normal port scan. Now suppose we want to scan port 80, top 50 ports of shardtestlab.com. Now in a default search it will only show us the service that runs on that port. Like commonly port 80 is used for HTTP or Apache service. Now sometimes there are different kind of services running on these ports. Like we want to detect what kind of server they're using and what they're using. So we use -SV, S and capital V for detecting services running on those ports. This takes a while but it's much more accurate. So as you can see here, it took 23 seconds and we can see the version here, Apache HTTPD 2.4.25, and it's Debian. So as you can see, it's telling us the accurate version being used, and on port 80, it's detecting Burp Suite Free Edition proxy, and that's what's running. So that's how to perform a normal service detection scan. We can also set its intensity from level 1 to 9. You can see it here. What this will do is that it will check all the possibilities to get the accurate version. So we'll use this. Nothing different because in the previous scan we got the accurate version, but it's important to use this if you want to get the accurate version. It takes time, but that's how to do it. So that was service detection using Nmap. Greetings everyone, this is Shah Khan, and in this lesson we're going to talk about Nmap output types. Nmap allows us to get scan results in different kind of formats. Some of them are, you can see them here. Normal, XML, graphable, and some other. In a normal scan, the result we get is a normal one. Now if you want to save this result in a file, we can use -O capital N and the file name. This will save the scan result in a file. This is the normal scan result. We can also use -O capital X to get a XML result. This can be parsed afterwards, so it's in XML right now. Also there is an interesting result type called graphable. This is specially designed for getting results like we can grab some values directly. Like if I want to get the status, I can get it here, and I can use this for getting the labels or whatever they are, like time or whatever it is. This can be used with grep command to get a proper result that we want. So these are actually arranged in proper forms. You can also use this script kiddie type of minus OS. So let's try this. This is just for different kind of fonts, but the useful one here is the greppable and the XML. So that's how we save our input to a file and using different kind of output types.